This video real quick. Get this thing done. Because I have to get some videos done. I haven't done any videos in a while. I've been working on the other screen, the gaming system we've been working on. So I'm going to show you something really quick, short and fast. I can move your, always have your stuff hanging around my stuff. Move your stuff real quick. Put you in there for a minute because I do not want you cleaning yourself on camera, what you like to do. Let me see. Alright, so it's going to be a fast and short video demonstration. Let me get out my gray screen. Alright, got a gray screen. I'm going to need some tape. Somewhere. That's all I want. A whole bunch of these today. Looking for tape. We had a whole bunch of it. Just trying to figure out exactly where I put it. I can just use the regular tape I have. But that's my packing tape. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I put that tape at. Let me point you toward the screen, which you need to see. There's our screen right there. I think I broke my stand. I really do think I broke it. I heard something snap on it, but I'm not sure if it snapped it or broke it or not. Alright, let's find some tape. That's what I'm looking for right now. I did have some, but I don't know. So I'll keep checking. You gotta be kidding me. Watch when I don't need it, it'll pop up out of nowhere like, hey, you were looking for me? I guess I was looking for you. Definitely looking for you. Hey. Up in there. Oh, found some. There we go. I know I have one around here somewhere. I always got one laying around here somewhere. At least one laying around here somewhere. Alright. Short and sweet. Now, some people upgrade their screens with a gray screen because they think it's an upgrade. And I'm here to tell you it won't work. Let's get you right on top of it right there. There we go. And our projector, nothing expensive, just a $50 machine, that's it. Chrissy LW400. Let me get my mouse. Do two simple things. We're going to do white level, contrast level. That's it. Alright, got them already set up here. White level first. Next to our technology. Kadoosh. So looking for that whole, it goes so dark, you can't see the screen. So as you can see, no. We're going to do this demonstration too on the 15%. You know 15% is due to gray screens. Yeah. I got certifieds coming in pretty soon. Certified grades coming in to go against 15. Boom. Alright, so as you can see, we can pick our white levels. This is the Quantum Black Star. This is the screen paint that was supposed to come up super dark. Alright, so let's just go there. Now let's go pop over. Get ourselves a contrast level. We'll start with the star. There's the star field. And there you go. Showing you that a gray screen is not an upgrade, it's a downgrade. Because again, I can't express this enough. You gotta see contrast. We want to skip contrast altogether. Like, oh, we don't need it. What are we going to use contrast for? Yeah, right. So go back to our white levels and switch back. It's called transition. We can go back and forth. Here we go. Come back over here. There you go. Here we go again. There we go. Come back over again. There we go. Don't work. Let's go over here. Hopefully she's working again on this one. 4K Snow Cottage. What is it with her and that one saying? Doesn't pick it up. Watch this right here. Chair. Captain's chair. Oh, she's not reading at all, period. Bring her back and recite over. "4K Snow Cottage." I'm curious. Let's see something there. Oh, that's the commercial for the P2. That's what they were trying to sell. 4K Snow Cottage. Not pick up on that. I'm going to have to reset her again. Pick that 4K. That's the Snow Cottage. Oh, we take the doggies. I'll take the doggies any day. There we go. Bam. So that shows you how the white levels our technology picks up with no problem whatsoever, where the gray screen can't even read a contrast level. What about with lights out? Let's see how that works. Mine with a simple cell phone flashlight battery, flashlight. On my cell phone, I can wash out a gray screen on our technology. Let's grab ourselves a cell phone. Where the heck is my cell phone? I have it on me? Oh, it's on me. I'm getting that thing. It's on me. There we go. There's our white levels. Let's pause it here. Gray screens used to be in this environment anyway when it's dark, because that's the only way they can say that we can pull contrast level. We just have to be in super dark environments to do it. As you can see, yeah, there's the gray right there. Now, let's go pull up our cell phone, blah, blah, blah. Flashlight, watch this. Whee! It's gone. Dun, dun, dun. Marco. Polo. Marco. See? Easy. That's all it takes to wash one of those screens. That's it. So it's not an upgrade. It doesn't have enough ambient light rejection technology installed in it. Of course, the light's on partial, light's on full. Can't read. Simple and plain, short and sweet. So you can't read a contrast level. I have no idea who started that dumb nonsense by saying, hey, yeah, with a gray screen, you can read 100% contrast. No, you cannot read 100% contrast. Even if you advise customers to go and buy an expensive projector, you still can't see that. Got something bubbly. Some bubbly drinks. You can blend right into your screen. Our technology puts a white level high enough so we can blend right into a gray screen. That's why I find it interesting when we see people basically claiming to have our stuff. What the frick are you doing in a dark environment with our technology? We don't sit in dark environments with our technology. The reason why they're in a dark environment because their screens don't pick up in the dark. That's sorry, they pick up the lights on. Oops, see, that fell off. It doesn't pick up. That's why. If we have an ambient light rejection technology, and everybody in the forum site picked that one up. It's like, why in the world is he in a dark environment with your stuff claiming to have your product? Doesn't your stuff operate in fully? Yeah, my stuff operates in fully lit environments. So if you have to be in the dark with our stuff, that means the reason why you're doing it because your screen has a rough time picking up in a fully lit environment, and you don't have my product because I should never ever be in the dark. Number one, a gray screen would never make my technology on the watch, where white screens can't even do it. Now, we are going to be pretty soon after this. When I come back, we're going demonstrations at 15% against the screen that makes a gray screen unwatchable. But again, no, you're not upgrading the jack. Here, let's give you another one. Let's go with just basic red. Red screen. Let me go grab my keyboard. It was working at one point. We got it running. Really? This is where I'm starting to hate this artificial intelligence technology, I swear. knows. Only how we know we don't got cameras in here to run on that stuff. I wouldn't dare bring a camera in here and that stuff. There's what a red screen looks like next to our technology. So as I showed you, gray screen's not an upgrade. Why? It can't see color. Now, in their demonstrations, they'll say, look, we see color. You're forgetting about dark colors. What about them too? You skip them all together. You know you're going to see that. I mean, come on. You know you got a projector with billions of colors, and you're only going to pick up a certain amount of colors? That doesn't sound like you spent money for a really good projector. That sounds like you got ripped off. So you got to pick up all those colors. Let's see. Bump, 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 bump. We should put down not ambient light rejection either. They're not ambient light rejection. Can we get some blue? We got all the colors right here. Red, 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 red. I wanted to get it to me if I say blue screen. Blue screen. Oh, it's working again. It is working again. Boom. There we go. Let's get a blue screen in there. Guess what? Gray screen. Not reading. You're not reading. You're not reading. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. They can't read anything. Screens washed out, without a doubt, an unread rainbow. Yeah, that screens, but gray screens don't work. But they'll come out there and say, look at the colors. Having fun. I always have fun when we got embarrassed a gray screen. I'm sorry, we used to make this stuff back in the day. I know what it can't do. I used to make this stuff. I'm an expert making gray paints. So we know what that stuff can do. You're going to tell me somebody who's been making that stuff long before most people how gray screens work? Oh, please. Come on now. We know that stuff can't read. That's why we don't make it. That's why we give it away for free. We give away gray paint for free. I can show you so many different combinations on how to make gray paint. It's not even funny. And if we're going to go with credibility versus my sales versus their gray paint, mine sold for more money. I had contracts under mine, which my contract pages are still there, showing myself in different environments with board of directors, the whole 9 yards, and investors. We had more beta testers. We had more customers. So I know gray paint better than people, so they claim they know gray paint. No, what y'all did was y'all took a great product that's been around before I came out, and you introduced it to a newer projector of today. Because the P2 didn't exist 10 years ago, or 11 years ago. That's what you did. And then you sit there and say it's all coming from the paint, when technically it's not. It's coming from the projector. Because if you take gray house paint, it'll do the same thing on the same projector, which we saw in a demonstration, which proves my theory that the paint's just the paint. That's what it is. It'll show up the same way on anything. The improvements come by because they buy higher projectors to try to advance on what the screen can't do. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sure I always had fun. I do this when people I do the same thing. When we have people come out, I be doing a little dance and everything, having fun. Because I have fun. I enjoy my job. If I'm coming here and the guys go, I can't believe we got to do this today. I am not feeling on basically having you work for me, because I can see at the end of the day that it's going to be nothing problems for me. If I got somebody coming like, come on, let's get this party started. We got work to do, people. Work to do. Let's get the job done. I'm hiring that person. There you go. Boom. Let's see what we got going on here. Maybe you want some dark colors. Maybe some dark purple. Dark purple. Now keep in mind, I can't express this enough, that if you're going to be showing off colors and you see people, we should put dark purple screen, and you're seeing people that basically are showing you all these bright colors. They're showing you bright colors because when the screen's gray, that means that the bright colors are going to play better, especially if it's against a white surface. But you're going to have, you missed out an entire row of colors. You missed out on the dark colors, because you are going to be picking up dark colors. You're going to be picking up dark colors. It's dark purple. Geez, that's almost like it's near black. That's dark purple. But you're going to have to pick these colors up too, because they're going to be all apart. Like if you're looking at some woods, and all the colors are going to be the same. They're not going to be all light green. They're going to be light green, dark green, all different shades of it. So you have to be to see that too. Dark color slow changer. I think they got it. I say dark smoke. No. Dark colors slow changer. Can you get some dark colors? Changing. Ooh, look at this right here. And watch it. The gray screen won't pick up an ounce of it. None of it. So, for people saying, well, you have to be in an ambient controlled environment in order for that to work. I can have a light over in the corner and it still won't work. That doesn't help me one bit. And if I'm in commercial, how are you going to help me? In a dedicated theater room, it's no point because again, your screen doesn't pick up contrast or color. It doesn't read it. You're faking it. That's what it's called, fake demonstration. Don't fake demonstration. See what I mean? They got to be in the dark. But again, in the dark. In the dark. Bum, bum, bum. Screen washes out. See? Works. Washes out. Washes out. Our stuff, their stuff washes out. Told you. Don't even run. You can't even use this stuff with the lights on. I'll show you up close. You want to see close? Watch this. Up close. Watch this. I can bleed the color out of a gray screen. Look at this. Told you. Worst thing you can have. Now, turn your lights on. That thing is gone. See? There you go. All right. Short and sweet. As you can see, light colors don't pick up. Dark colors definitely won't read on that screen. I got to do more demonstrations on that. We're going to put against the 15% versus dark colors. Doesn't read, and if you think upgrading your screen with a gray screen is a good idea, it's a bad idea. Oh, by the way, check out my projector. I'm going to show you what we paid for my machine. See it right there? That is a Chrissy LW 400 projector. That projector right there cost me 50 bucks. I got one on the floor, cost me 60 bucks. That's all I had to do was spend for my machines within the day, and I can pick up an image in a fully lit commercial environment without worrying about my screen washing out or fading. Also can read 100% contrast, which is a must for all, even gaming. It's a must. And I can also, too, pick up an amazing white level. As you can see, our technology gives you the best of all worlds. No calibrating, no expensive projectors to fix the problem, no complicated instructions, none of that nonsense. Watch this. I can blend into your screen. Well, technically, anything comes with black or blue, they can't read. Gray screen can't read it. I try to give the benefit of the doubt. They just can't read the screen. Now, some people say, well, that's not my... Well, actually, technically, it is. There's actually 2 tablespoons of flat black paint into white paint, so it is. Apple barrel's over there. Let's get another gray screen. Let's see. Do we have enough for gray screen? Another one? I'm not sure if we do. Get mad on that one. Frustrated. Hey, it is what it is. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now, you can't sit there and lie to people. You can't lie to people and say it doesn't work. That'd be lying to somebody. That's not the way to do it. The question comes down, are you selling your product on a lie? Or are you really selling your product? You can't do that. You have to tell the truth, right? I would tell somebody to tell the truth. Man, trying to get this done under a certain amount of time because I don't want to be here doing this. We need some tape. Sheesh. Fight to get that over there. Now turn around now. You're not focused anymore. Don't you the one? I will survive. Hey, hey. Now right there, that is apple barrel and gray paint together. Now let's go do our transition real quick. What do we got here for time? Oh, we're doing pretty good for time. All right, let's do our transition real quick. Come over here for a minute. I'll pull up our, is that the dark color changer? It is a dark color changer. There's the dark color changer on our gray and light gray screen. So this is light gray and that's dark gray. That is 2 tablespoons of black paint into white paint. You know what that is. Technically it's a Metallica Mix 2.0 because that's how we made it. It's just right there. And that one over there is basically apple barrel. This is the one that somebody cheated on and put black paint in it. You got to cheat on that. That's pretty bad. That's a $4.79 paint. It's cheap. There's our black technology blending. So if you think your screen is lighter, nah, not with this technology. Man, I feel sorry for people. We got to take the court over this, man. We got to take somebody to court over this screen. I made a statement on their YouTube channel that the Quasar, the Quantum, and Quasar came up too dark. They're getting sued over this. Got to send a process server to the door for that. I'm dead serious. I'm dirty. For the Quantum and Quasar, for you know who you are. I got a process server coming to your door real soon. I got to go down to get that taken care of. Heck yeah, I'm not going to let you get away with that nonsense. Heck no. I'll send somebody right to your front door. I'll take a claim to be our product and mix something. What do you know what he did with it? But I'll see you in court. I guarantee you that much. That's going to cost you about $200,000. We're going to sue the daylight out of him for that one. They're going to get away with that nonsense. Heck no. Yeah, for those you don't know, yeah, we had some jealous YouTuber who decided to do some fake unboxing of a product. Claim he got it from a customer. We already went through all that nonsense already, but you and the customer got some problems at the end of the day, because I'm suing both of y'all. So you better be to produce what you claim you did on your YouTube channel. If not, it's going to cost you some money and it's going to cost you time. I'm definitely going to sue you. But until then, your gray screen does not work. We tested this stuff. We couldn't get this stuff to work outside. It doesn't work. It's a waste of money. Oh, we did the dark colors on this side. Let's get let's go back here. Commercial. Can we get some colors without commercial attached on? Jeez. Just for a freaking for a color. There we go. Red. Don't pick up. As you can see, gray screens don't read color. I don't care if it's light gray. I don't care if it's dark gray. It doesn't read. As you can see, not picking up. Okay. As you can see right there. Let me see. So it's like no point in having this, painting this onto your, buying a gray screen, or even painting this screen. Look at this. When we go on the menu, we don't even put up the menu correctly. YouTube menus come in 2 colors. They come in black and they come in white. That's it. We can't even read the menu in black. So most people, they're doing gray screens. They're definitely doing white menus. You know, I talked about that $500,000 contract. No one came and signed that thing. Nobody. Not one person. No company came and signed it. Nobody signed it. We sat there and said a gray screen can't function, can't read 100% contrast and color. Not one company from anyone came in and signed that contract or contacted us about it. Not one person. You know why? Because they know we're right. That's why. That's why if you're on YouTube and you're selling screen paints or you have a projection screen and you're making that lie that you're saying that your gray screen reads all this and does all this, you're facing lawsuits on your hands. Someone's going to come to court and they're going to challenge you, just like Epson challenged Valve on that whole, we do 6,000 lumens on our projector. Yeah, right. You're going to get challenged on that. I advise you stop doing that nonsense and misleading the customers to try to make sales. You know, people lie. Yeah, we've been talking about this documents for the last couple of months. And I got somebody sent in today, well, what about you? We've been requesting for the last couple of months to sign for people to sign documents to go to court. To see whether our technology works or not. Nobody wants to sign them. Of course you don't want to sign them. Our stuff works. But again, if you want to upgrade, you upgrade to our technology. You upgrade to their technology, you're going to be basically, your screen's going to wash out. And how they're going to explain to you when you go in and say, hey, I want 100% contrast. I'm going to advise you to spend money on an expensive projector to do it. My projector has 1,000 to 1. That's it. Can't read. So when I come to your site and I ask you one question, I'm in an office, I do not plan to buy a new projector. I'm going to use what I have right here. I'm not dimming any of my lights. How is your product going to work in my environment? Can't go to none of your questions at the end of the day. Your questions at the end of the day, oh, you're going to spend more money for a projector. I would advise you go to 4K projector. They need something with a high resolution because they can't pick up detail because their screens aren't black. I'm going to advise you for a 3000 ultra short throw because, of course, keep in mind you don't have to worry about the distance throw, your image or anything deteriorating because you're at a distance throw. I'm going to advise you calibrate your projector because the colors, you may need to balance them just right. Yeah, $1.7 billion colors. You want me to calibrate? No. Again, stupid. You need to be in a controlled environment. Just the lights. You don't want any lights near the screen because that's basically going to be not going to work. The tradition. You want me stuck in a dark environment all day long. I can't use that in my commercial environment. I don't know how that would even freaking work. So we eliminate all that from the door and tell them, look, we don't want this, and this. What are you going to tell me? You're going to tell me you can't do it. That's what you're going to tell me. Because if you tell me otherwise and I buy it, then I can sue you for basically consumer fraud. And I'm talking about any company, anybody. When we talk about gray screens, we're not talking about one individual. We're talking about every single company that makes a gray screen. Every single one. Not just one person. Everyone. I'm going to get a couple of certifieds and throw it to show you at the end of the day. When we mean everybody, we mean everybody. The gray screens don't function, they don't work next to our technology at all. And next to the 15%, they're obsolete, which is the TV technology. And it will be the, what we name our channel, the ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Gain, Visual Tech TV projection screens. You can't register next to that technology at all. You're not even anywhere in the ballpark of that technology. That's if I change the color of your screen. Make it completely unwatchable. And the only thing a gray screen has, at the end of the day, that it claims to have is this white level. You don't even have that on that screen. Takes that away from me too. Which will be showing off today, the true power of our TV technology versus gray. You think gray is an upgrade, it's a downgrade. But you got people make gray paints up there that take that very personally. Well, look, if you take it very personally, let's go to court. Come on, you know where I'm at. Let's go to court. Get your lawyer to contact me. Let's go to court. Show me that your gray screen reads a 100% contrast over next to our technology. You're reading fully lit environments. Your color balances work. Oh, show me all that. Because I've never said in the video it would look better once we calibrate it. You've never heard me say that in my mouth, ever. You don't calibrate jack. So challenge me in court. Oh, they don't want to go to court, do they? No, they don't want to go to court. You get your clock cleaned in there. That's why. Always get those emails that says, hey, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. We don't ever see anything. So the gray screen is obsolete. It doesn't work anymore. It did at one point. It did work at a long, long time ago, about 10 to 11 years ago. It worked perfectly fine. It doesn't now. challenge you in court on contrast levels and everything else, what are you going to do? Going to lie to a judge? You can lie to a judge. What are you doing in the courtroom? Most people are not going to do that. The court fees and everything alone, they got to pay for all that. They lose. On top of that, the lawsuits behind it, the fees, the fines, the penalties. And on top of that, being on court record, staining your company's name forever, yeah, they're not going to attempt it. Gray screen is a downgrade. It's not considered to be their budget screens. That's what they are, budget screens. They have a gain if they're lucky of 2.0. If they're lucky to have a 2.0 gain. Which, as you can see, if we can wash your screen out, mind you, gain also too applies to black levels too. So if your screen washes out and it's claiming to be a 2.0, you're not a 2.0. If your color washes out, how are you a 2.0 gain and you can't operate in this environment and your color washes out? How does that work? Isn't that the whole purpose of gain on the screen? To allow your screen to regenerate and absorb enough light in the environment to keep the screen from washing out? And then people figure if we get a projector of a really high power caliber, we'll be able to do this. All right, you know what? I'm going to give you that option. That projector sits in eco mode right now. I'm going to go over and put it at whopping 4,000 lumens of what this thing hits for our projector. Just come over here because it's going to cook in here from now. Open my door for a bit. Go to my menu. Let me see. Oh, the other side, find menu. Let's bring it up to a nice whopping 4,000. So now my projector is running in normal, which means now my projector is running at 4,000. 4,000 lumens is striking the screen right now. Now let's see if your screens will read. I'll open my door up too because I'm going to get overheated in here quick. Alright, we're at 4,000 lumens. You're over at 25. Do we need it? No, because we don't even see a difference in it. Let's go over here. And let's bring up the, what we got here. But it goes over there, 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 there. Well, that's not going to help contrast. Its contrast seems to be not working. And as you can see, we're picking up the white levels on the fish, and we're picking up the contrast levels at the exact same time at 4,000 lumens. Now you got to pick up the black level too. It's very important. You have to pick up the black level too. Now I'm talking to people who make these products, not for people who are buying the products. We talk to people at the end of the day who tell these lies. So, again, you have to read the black level too also. And you have to do this in a fully lit environment. Not in the dark, claiming that you're seeing a contrast level. So the fact that you're not reading the black level shows that you've already downgraded your screen by using a gray screen. And if you notice, our colors are nice and bright, they're nice and vivid, as they're supposed to be, and we're still maintaining a 100% infinity contrast level. You just saw the reds just wash out. Look at the reds washing out on the beta fish. Gray screens will dull the color of your projector, making your colors look bland and unwatchable. Now, if you notice, if you use all the P2 demonstration in a dark environment, the colors look like they're working. You turn the lights on, stick it next to some gray house paint, and they come out dulled and washed out. Anytime you see a gray screen, it'll always be in a super dark environment to try to improve the contrast levels. See that? Now watch this. Any light that hits that environment, that gray screen doesn't work. There you go. That's why they're always in the dark. So you don't have a 2.0. Because white screens have the same reaction too. And white screens claim to have 2.0 gains too. But 2.0 is not a high gain. It's extremely low. White screens have 2.0s. Watching the screen, watch the up close. You want to see it? There we go. So you're not upgrading, you're downgrading. That's what you are. You might have a slight little upgrade on a white screen, but you're still in the category of a white screen. The whole purpose is to upgrade over a white screen is to make sure you get the best from your projector's investment, not downgrade it in the process. As you can see, look at the reds that pop up on our screen versus the reds popping up on the gray screen. And we have two different types here. All right, let's get that LG demonstration. Right there. Because I get it from time to time, people come like, oh, what if I upgrade to a gray screen? What's the difference? And we have to show them the crushing blow. The crushing blow. LG Jazz demonstration. Now, you know why the screens are watching that even faster? Because now the projector's operating at 4,000 lumens. And at 4,000 lumens, that means now more light is striking the screen. Just because you get a projector at 4,000 lumens doesn't mean that's going to help you. That means it's going to add more problems to your screen because now the screen has an additional 4,000 lumens, including the surrounding environment, making contact with the screen. Biggest mistake people make in projection screens is they think that they have a white screen or gray screen. If I get a projector of a higher lumen count, this is going to allow the image to travel across that high lumen count and make contact with the screen. And it's going to produce this beautiful image. If it's having a problem already absorbing the light in the environment, you just introduce more light to your screen. It's like having a bucket that's filled all the way to the very top, and you're just going to add in another bucket on top of that. It's going to have a mess on your hands. You're going to have water all over the floor. A complete mess. Now you got to figure a way to clean it up. We come in, no problem. It's already taken care of. Because our buckets are infinity. You can put in as much as you want. It doesn't really make a difference. You can hit that projector with all types of high-end, or you can drop it down to 50 lumens and it'll still register in a fully lit environment with no problem. So you see that every time that black pops up, any kind of color pops up, the screen turns gray. Now again, we always get that frustration feeling that comes in and goes, well, that's not true. Well, you want to challenge it in court? Because you can't be lying to customers. So if you're lying to customers, well, we got to take someone to court on this one. We got to literally take them to court on this one. I can't stand people lying about their stuff. Because, yeah, they get on camera, they get frustrated, they get mad, they get angry, they get bitter, they start screaming, they start breaking laws, get themselves in more trouble. You can't read a contrast level. You know, one person who does that, a guy by the name of Crow 1176, he did that nonsense. He's still doing it. Take a high-end projector, stick it in a dark environment, put these fake lights around the back of the screen and go, look, I'm reading the contrast level. Oh, I'll get you goose on that one. Trust me, I'm challenging this company anyway in court. So, we'll see you in court. Definitely going to challenge this company. You can't dissolve the LLC. We know that one. But yeah, sort of a bunch of paint to people, making them believe that they were going to be getting this black level. They didn't even come anywhere up near it. Nothing. Watch this. This is a demonstration he does in the dark all the time. I see this one a lot done in the dark. I think this one done on a black screen came in to be black and it was in a dark environment. The Series C by a customer in the UK did the demonstration in a dark environment. Why is your screen in a dark? Because it's gray. That's why your screen came up gray. He was trying to complete the contrast levels by sticking it in a dark environment. Even he couldn't get the screen to come up black. But this is what you're supposed to be getting on a $50 projector, which you should pay for instead of paying $3 grand for a screen that's going to have you plunged into the dark. That's when you hear me on camera saying the screens are coming up too dark, because they are. And when you got a gray screen, and gray screens in the dark, we can still see your screen is producing, because all that 3,000 lumens is hitting your screen, and it's causing your screen to wash out. So you got to maintain 100% black. You know what makes it hard for gray screens? The OLED demonstrations. The more and more demonstrations, now the more demonstrations you see online are mainly all OLEDs. And that's where gray screens are having a really rough time. And that's why you're going to see a lot of demonstrations in dark environments, because they can't get the screen to operate on the content, because the content requires 100% contrast and they don't have it. That's why they all have these high-end expensive projectors to try to fix it. But here's the problem. The customer's going to get it home and they're going to find out. So that's the problem you're going to have. If you're trying to make the product look good for YouTube, you do know your customer's going to go home and you're going to test it on every level you could possibly think of. They might even take it outside. So your stuff has to work. If not, you're going to get a complaint. So as you can see, our technology, next to two gray screens, one with the Apple Barrel screen paint, which again, people cheated in that one because they didn't want to do the demonstration, not basically mixing black paint into it. And the other one basically is 2 scoops of black paint into, oh man, this is a nice beautiful scenery right here. Now see how I couldn't use this in my environment because the gray screen wouldn't read? Yep, I'll be in the dark. 2 scoops of black paint, 2 tablespoons of black paint, and to a quart of white. And that's how we got that one. And this is the design I like to do in the background. Couldn't get that to work anywhere either. "8K Desired Nature." Alright, we gotta basically work on this one. Because this one definitely did not come out the way it was supposed to. Let me see a little bit of this one. Okay, Desired Nature, and we're missing, let me see if we're coming up, we're missing these 2 right here. So that's not supposed to be there. I think we got it. Kadoosh. Okay, now we got it. Come on, outside. Get 8K Desired Nature. Alright, see, menu's not reading. Of course, menu does not read due to the fact that our menu's in black. And we're showing you some 100% some contrast levels. As I told you before, at 4,000 lumens. So up the projector to 4,000 lumens. We're all eco mode. I brought the brightness all the way up to 15. I brought the contrast up to 6 on the projector, and it won't read on the gray screen. I'll show you my settings on my projector. So I'll pause that right here. So we did bring everything up for the gray screen, and we'll show you what we're getting. This is the reason why when I sit there and say that, hold on for a minute, find that button. Gotta go this way. But here. Yeah, come on again. Alright, so now you can see my settings in my projector. So, we have no longer on whisper, we have it on normal, which is 4,000. We got brightness at 15, contrast at 6. So that means even if we do up the projector to maximum settings, the gray screen still can't read it. So, you know, when I hear people in the background saying, we use this 5,000, and if we use 5,000, 6,500, 7,000, 10,000, gray screen still can't read it. So it doesn't make a difference what caliber projector we use. And we use 50 lumens, we use 50 lumens straight to the screen, and we still couldn't get 50 lumens to read off a projector, a gray screen. We couldn't get 50 lumens to run. We couldn't get 300 lumens to run. None of that picks up because the gray screen can't register it. So here we are showing off our contrast levels on our technology. Again, our projector has a 1001 contrast. That's it, which means it doesn't require the customer to spend all this money for expensive machines they don't need. Now, I'm going to stop it there. Let's over here. Stop you, stop you, stop you, stop you. Alright, now we're going to take it out and put it in whisper mode. I don't need to be burning my projectors this high. You don't get your act together in there, boy. You're not coming out because you get in trouble. I don't need you out here getting in trouble. Alright, now we're in whisper mode. Right here. Whisper mode, which means now we're running at 2,500 lumens on the projector. 2,500 lumens on the projector. And as you can see, contrast level is picking up. No problem. We were in 25. Yeah, they gave me a commercial on that. There we go. Come on, clickety click. Got things to do. Ugh. There we go. 2,500 lumens. You can drop it down, still maintain our white levels with no problem whatsoever, as you can see, at 25. Now let's go back and bring it back to contrast. There we go, back on contrast again. And as you can see, reading 100% contrast, infinity one level with a projector at 1001 contrast. And you got projectors that have 2 million, 4 million, 5 million, and I've been on this JVC that's seen what they can push out, and they can't do this. Spend $30,000, $40,000 for a projector, and you can't read a contrast level on your screen. Nothing wrong with the projector, you got the wrong screen. Now, again, for any whines and crybabies, we read them all the time. If you feel the need to say it at the end of the day, well, it's usually fake this and that. See you in court. Let's go to court over it. That's it. If you can't back it up, then you got to pack it up. You know how it works. Because we will challenge you at the end of the day in court. You really feel that strongly about it? 100%? And you're going to back that up 100%? Then I advise you to go get yourself an attorney and reach out to me. Other than that, it's just talk. That's all. We call it YouTube Karen. People have do Karens on YouTube. They challenge them in court to back up what they say about the technology. Won't come to court. Your stuff doesn't work. And gray screen is obsolete. What do we have for time? We're good for time? Now, summertime's coming up. Our technology outside looks absolutely incredible. A gray screen, if it can't function inside, it definitely ain't functioning outside. Again, I can't express enough how important contrast is. You will need it in everything that you do. Alright, we'll put Taco Bear stuff back. That's where my cat likes to chill at. Here we go, here. Taco Bear, we wait out for 2 minutes. Turn your toys are in there. What are we at for time? That's pretty good for time. That's correct there. Now, I will be on site next month. I will be bringing a sample of gray screen and white screen with me on site. We'll be using this projector at around 18 feet back. We'll show you in every demonstration, anywhere we pop up, that the gray screen and white screen is no longer used. Actually, the white screens are usable because you can paint over those. I'd rather paint over a white screen any day than do a gray screen. Gray screen's going to cost you more money because it's gray. What's the point of me giving somebody extra 50 or 100 bucks to paint over a screen that's going to be gray? It ain't worth the time. So white screens are usable, but we're going to be in different locations, showing up the technology, showing you where these screens are absolutely useless. Oh, let me show you why we're doing that. We did it at 25 and we did it at 4,000. That's on my desk. My projectors that run on my desk are only 50 lumens. This is a 50 lumen projector here. That is a 300 lumen projector there. And that right there is using invisible technology and flex technology at the same time. This is where you're supposed to be to operate your office or anything in your house. You're supposed to be to run it with no problem without worrying about your screen washing out or fading. So as I told you before, we'll be to run projectors off our desk. We'll be to replace monitors. Very, very easy. Pretty soon we got these pods coming out pretty soon. Whole wraparound screen that wraps around your desk. And some of them are going to be touchscreen activated with our technology embedded into it. See the future of our technology, what we require at the end of the day to be to run, and what the past looks like that can't even pick up on a commercial in a fully lit environment. So, you go upgrade your screen with the gray, you have downgraded your screen. You've wasted your time, you have wasted your money. And for those people who make those products at the end of the day, or if you feel in any way whatsoever that whatever I say here is untrue, see me in court. If you can't see me in court, well then, guess what you need to do? Pack it up and go. Because I guarantee you, this isn't your worst nightmare. It'll be that one sitting over there, that one at 15% that can alter your screen's capabilities. That's one you got to worry about right now. And right there, that's a new acoustic blackout cloth. I always say, that's a new upgrade for it too. Never worry about what you can't see. Can see, worry about what you can't see. That's what you worry about. Mouse is way over there, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now let's get this straight. We got one person who gets all emotional about the gray. And we have to explain things to him because he's a small child. And I usually have to do this. So attention to that individual. I'm not talking about your gray screen. I'm talking about all gray screens. So you get an understanding on how wide the spectrum on what we're aiming for. All of them. Every single one of them. Whether they be certified, whether they be high professional projection screen paints, every single one of them. That 15% behind me, this technology can blend easily into them with no problem and do things that their screens can't do, as you just watched in the demonstration. I boosted my projector over there to 4,000 lumens and it still couldn't pick up. I've had 50 lumens laying right up on top of that screen. We watched Tron, and the gray and white screen wouldn't register it. But this is not the one you got to worry about. It's the one behind me. That's the one you got to worry about, because that's when it alters your screen unusable. And at 15%, mind you, when it peaks at 100%, your screen will be worth nothing at all. It'll wipe out droves and droves of your screens. Nothing will stand against it. There's no gunmetal that can take it. Black screens to lay against it, it absorbs the light source, which makes the screens darker. That screen is designed to absorb light, to use it to its advantage point. That's why we have halo systems sitting inside it at 300 lumens. So if your screen has any gain, any light source on it, that screen will vampire it. I like that term, vampire the screen, makes them dark. Sucks the color out of them. But in my office, this is what I expect it to be. When I got people that come through that door, they see me just like this. They're sitting here chilling. They come over and go, wow, man, this is crazy. This is a panel system, right? That's a flex panel right there. Lined together. That's all flex. This one right here is the invisible technology, ad tech right over there. So I got the idea. So I'm going to link them all together and see what we get. We get a screen. Look at that. How beautiful that looks. I freaking love it. And now 50 lumens and a projector over here at 300. We can run it off the desk. That's what I wanted to do. The garage was nice. We had some information there, but we need to be in an actual real commercial environment to do it. So we can have that feedback, that understanding of what the technology is doing. Look how clean that image comes up. Just like TVs. And pretty soon, we'll have a new form of monitoring system, something that will turn this into a screen and a wraparound all around your desk. Can you imagine that? Being able to take your hand and just do this, and the screen just comes all the way around to the front of you. That's the kind of technology I'm working on. And if you ever think about that technology, it's affordable. Anybody can afford it. Or it's going to the ocean. I want to check out a giant shark. A giant shark. What do we got here for time? You know, another thing too I found kind of interesting, because right here I'm in a commercial office, right? So they posted the address of the office. Why would I be bothered by that? It's on all my business cards. All my business cards that I have the address here. I advertise for people to come in and see the technology. When we have people that are looking at my videos, sometimes the videos aren't enough. They need to go to a location to see it. It's an office. So you actually did me some work. You did some work for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I told you, they work for me. Haters work for me at the end of the day. When you say at the end of the day that my stuff is trash and garbage and all that stuff, they're going to look me up. You know, they're going to see if they look me up, stuff like this. Stuff that you can't do. They're going to find our matching better demonstrations of us challenging you openly to do the same thing we do. They're going to do all the research and find out at the end of the day that you are what you are, a hater. And we're the real deal. And that's the reason why you're angry. And they're going to realize that's why everybody knows it's being trolls at the end of the day. Short-lived trolls. That's it. So you advertise. You work for me. So I told you, I got a showroom coming up. I appreciate it if you advertise for me. And I love it when you call me fakes and phonies, because when people come over and see that technology operating like this, guess who they buy from? Me. They won't buy from you. Your stuff doesn't work. Especially when they see our cancellations we got against you. The cancellation, you canceling out left and right. Anytime a customer comes over and makes a statement, so here you go, here's this cancellation. You gave us back all our money, even on a $20 sample, which you had to pay. You got to pay PayPal back that money. How in the world are you going to buy a product from a person who has no confidence in their own work, but they gave us back money into our accounts? It doesn't breed confidence at the end of the day. So if they don't have the confidence in their product, then guess what's landing on your screen at the end of the day? You don't waste the time and money on something that you know darn well, when you turn on the lights, you're going to go, oh. colors wash out, contrast levels don't pick up. I don't know how we get a black screen. You can't run on an ultra short throw. That's the easiest projector to run off. It's right on top of the screen. Gee whiz, Louise, it's easy. But anyway, it is what it is. Our product is far more advanced and far more better. And if anyone feels at the end of the day that I am completely wrong on that, you know where I'm at. Let's go to court. Keep in mind, you waste my time, it's going to cost you $500,000. Besides, give me free advertisement. I get to go in court and show this thing off. Oh my goodness, I'm having so much fun. So much fun showing this thing off in court. I gotta figure out what screens to bring. I definitely want to demonstrate some of that invisible technology in there too. I want them to see that. How much business I want to get in a courtroom at the end of the day? I might even give myself a contract because they got them white screens in there, and I can easily walk up and say, "Hey, look, we came in there, we showed off our technology. Oh man, that's gonna boost my company." On top of that, we go in there, we're gonna win either way because the technology, we can back it up so we can back it up with so many levels. I'm excited about this. But mind you, we can easily get a city contract in there, easy. I was in there. Some company challenged me, said my stuff didn't work, and my stuff blew. We won the case. We kicked the daylights out of them. Yep, it's on court records. Yep, my stuff blew up in there. I was wondering, I would like to apply this technology to the screens you have in there because I can see they're not working that well. Yeah, you would easily get me a contract. So I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna kick your butt in the courtroom, which is gonna be quite embarrassing. I'm gonna put your loss all over the internet so everybody can see how badly you lost, because it'll be on public record, so I can do that. And then I'm gonna come in and make money in that environment, because oh, look at that reflection on that. I gotta go back to that. Ooh, gotta go back to that. Look how they get mad at the end of the day, but it is. Don't challenge me. If you can't basically deal with our technology, don't challenge us. Don't make false accusations. But yeah, I'm posting it. It's gonna be anywhere, everywhere. The minute you go into a courtroom and you make the decision where you want whatever was in that courtroom on public record, it'll be everywhere. So whether I post or not, it's still going to be everywhere. But if you were dumb enough to walk into a courtroom with me, on all the video demonstrations and tests I've done on my product, you only asked for it. You got what you deserved. Now, with that being said, I got a couple places I got to go check out, and I got things to do. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Customers, at the end of the day, do not downgrade your projection screen investment with a gray and white screen. You're only basically causing yourself a lot of problems. Now, if you're getting a white screen to paint over with our technology, fantastic. In mine, you can paint over all types of stuff. You can paint over motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens. Check out our site. It's under www.ileg-technology-screens-info. You can go there and check out all the stuff we do. All types of stuff we build and design. This screen right here is all cardboard. This giant screen here. Cardboard boxes right there. We leave that exposed so most people see that. And it's all made with these panels. That's it. One by one. It's all paneled in. Yep. And we can do this right at the end of the day. Far better than any other screen paint on the market. All right. Gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for Him, none of this would ever be possible. Where are we at, and what are we watching? Going back to my fish. There we go. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time, and God bless. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing with amazing technology. There's a Sony over there. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy always showing you off what we're working on next. We all got some demonstrations lined up. We're going to be doing more demonstration on the ad tech. I want to show that off. The background screens we have right here, which is the Flex technology, which we're going to have one new soon right there for the PlayStation. It's going to have this Flex screen on top of that. And we got a acoustic surface over there. We're going to be testing out and showing that off too. We're going to be doing it at 300 lumens. Play around with that. I'm probably going to be outside with that today too on top of that, because it's portable. I take my projector anywhere I want. And anything else we're going to be working on today besides that? Oh, we're going to be showing off the gaming screen. Also, too, showing off the technology under the black tile system that turns a gray screen completely unusable. I mean, literally unusable. All right, got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.